We're just days away from college football becoming complete mayhem. When the transfer portal opens on December 5th, every single player in college football will essentially become a free agent, capable of being lured to a different school for, if nothing else, more NIL money. We're about to see bidding wars between collectives, players holding out for more money, agencies using made-up numbers as leverage. And this is why Kentucky head coach Mark Stoops has already called it mass chaos. Other coaches like Lane Kiffin have called this legal cheating. And an SEC staffer recently told On3, "I'm expecting total chaos." This is a KSR from the site. In December of 2021, Mark Stoops signed the nation's 17th ranked recruiting class, the best in school history. More than a handful of those blue chip prospects have become immediate impact players. And now in the new world of NIL and transfer portal, Mark Stoops must now re-recruit that class he signed 1 year ago.
It is absolutely insane what's going on.
Yeah.
You know how many people are going after our young players? I mean, we have as good a freshman that I've ever had. And I mean, it's like a free-for-all.
Deion Walker has not played like a true freshman in the trenches. Alex Afari and Keaton Wade have made big plays at various points throughout the season.
They're just throwing money in. You know what I mean? It doesn't seem healthy. I'm not sure it's sustainable, but it's legal. And once again, I'm sorry. I mean, I hate to ask, but we need the support. We need it desperately. It's total free agency.
4 of the 5 players who caught passes against Georgia were true freshmen, and Dane Key and Barian Brown obviously had big games against Louisville.
Some of the best recruits we have are the ones we know that are here that can play, approached by everybody. And it's mass chaos.
And Barian Brown now holds all of Kentucky's freshman receiving records. That's from big, oh shit. Can't it just be easy? Not really, but. A couple of weeks ago, we learned Mark Stoops agreed to a contract extension to remain at the University of Kentucky through 2031. Next fall, he will make $9 million, a more than $2.5 million raise. His life would be much easier if he could just give that money to all of his future and current players.
I wish I could take some of that contract I just got and give it to my players and give it to these, collectives that everybody goes, because I certainly would.
That doesn't fall within the rules right now, but who's enforcing the rules? Mark Stoops said once again on his call-in show that teams have been reaching out to players on his current roster, which is also supposed to be against the rules.
There's nobody even to report it to. I'm just saying general. We know that people have been caught giving money and nothing happens. When it was illegal. Well, now it's 100% legal. I mean, how are they going to monitor that?
And Mark Stoops is not the only one sounding the alarm. An SEC staffer recently told On3, "I'm expecting total chaos." Not that long ago, terms like collectives were avoided. Now they're calling it what it is. Free agency. Lane Kiffin of Ole Miss has lamented about this earlier in the year.
I said it day one, you legalized cheating, and so get ready for the people that have the most money to get the best players.
We are at the beginning of something that is going to create long-term ramifications for this sport, especially as coaches adjust to this new normal of transfer portal and NIL. Mark Stoops and other coaches are compensated well, but their jobs did just get a lot harder. In order to be competitive in the SEC, Kentucky must keep up with the competition in the high school ranks and also successfully recruit and bid for the young stars that are already on the Wildcats roster. And with big money being thrown at some of his talented young players, Stoops and company know they need cash to keep them in Lexington. And that is why a few weeks ago, the collective for Kentucky student athletes, the 15, launched, only like a season after Tennessee got theirs going. Tennessee's collective Spire Sports has set an annual goal of raising $25 million. From big donors writing huge checks to common UT fans volunteering their cash, because of the volunteers. They're wanting to buy a title. And reports are they have already promised a 2023 quarterback a multi-million-dollar NIL deal. Oh boy, this guy's last name, I could look this up. I'm just gonna take a stab at this one. Nico Iamaleava. There's no way that's right. We're gonna call him Nico, because no one's gonna attempt that. Nico Iamaleava, a 5-star out of California, has reportedly been offered $8 million to play football in Knoxville, Tennessee. It was a signing that Kirk Herbstreit was a little critical of.
Telling the LA Times, what if he struggles? How those guys in Knoxville gonna feel about that? How's it gonna go over in a locker room, That's not what NIL was about. It's not about trying to outbid another booster.
And what about the fan dynamic? We all want our teams to win, but there is admittedly something weird about asking hardworking blue-collar fans to sign up for a $25 a month subscription service, with the reward being that their favorite college team might win a few more games. But that's how the game is being played, and if Kentucky's going to remain competitive and continue to win games in the SEC, then it's going to be because members of the BBN donated to the salaries of Kentucky Wildcats student athletes. For Kentucky Sports Radio, I'm Stephen Peak. That took like 40 minutes to record all of that.